up on my 6th birthday and remember not being able to reach out to the toy soldiers beside my bed. I didn't get to play with them as I was taken to hospital for 3 months. I caught it when swimming with my friends in a pond contaminated with sewage. They caught it too, and some died. What was it this child caught when he was 6 years old? It was polio. The first time I spoke to you about polio eradication was in 2013, when I helped launch the Trewithen Dairy Pint for Change initiative. You then raised £10,000, which was made up to around £30,000 by the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation. The second time we met was at your district assembly last year, and now I am back again to reinforce the message of the hopes of children worldwide, the important task Rotary has of eradicating polio. I know you are another year older, and I do understand that remembering things becomes more difficult. Remember the hand signals I showed you last time. Let's put your memories to the test. I said that you were this close to eliminating polio. I asked you to carry on and close that gap, okay? I'm speaking to you again because I'm afraid that that gap has not quite been closed. But is it time to give up? There is no doubt that some Rotarians will have lost the will to continue to support End Polio Now. After all these years of effort, who can blame them? So should you say, we have done our best. You have done a fantastic job already. Did you know that across Devon and Cornwall, over £1.3 million has been raised in the last 30 years? Should you say, yes, there is a gap, but it's much smaller, we've done well to reduce it. Since I spoke to you in 2013, the number of recorded cases has dropped from 413 to just 37. Should you say, who can blame us if we stop? Should you say, and will others say, Rotary has been defeated by polio? Or should you say, while there are still children in the world who wake up and are unable to play and reach out with their toys because of this disease, we should not give up? You know you must succeed. You know that polio is a disease that spreads quickly and easily, a disease that can cripple and kill. It is a disease which has affected thousands of children worldwide for at least 6,000 years. There is no treatment for polio other than management once it strikes. The virus has to be totally eliminated to be completely eradicated, and the only way for this to be done is by immunising every child under the age of 15. So how can we motivate people to continue to support End Polio Now? We can remind them that in 1988, polio existed in 125 countries, with 350,000 children being affected for life. We could say that since then, more than 10 billion doses of vaccine have been administered to more than 2.5 billion children. We can point out that more than 10 million people are walking today who would otherwise have been paralysed, and over 1 million childhood deaths have been prevented. So, Rotarians, you are to be congratulated on your success. You got the World Health Organization, UNICEF, and the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation to work with you. And it is Rotary that has led the way through the Polio Plus and End Polio Now programs. But there is still a gap. It is essential that the gap must be closed completely to succeed in eradicating polio. The children of the world thank you, and every Rotarian in Devon and Cornwall for what you are doing. Do you remember my introduction? I would like to read it to you again. I woke up on my 6th birthday and remember not being able to reach out to the toy soldiers beside my bed. But who was this child? That's a more difficult question. The answer is a Rotarian. It was in fact Paul Wyatt from the Rotary Club of Falmouth. So you see, Cornwall and Devon are not immune from the threat of polio in the past and are not immune in the future. Did you know that one of the last cases in the UK occurred just 70 miles from here near Barnstaple, only 20 years ago? The only way to make all children safe, no matter where they live, is to eradicate polio. And to do that, the gap has to be closed completely. When I spoke to you before, you listened, and the gap became less. I really enjoy coming to talk to you, but would prefer if there was no need for me to come again next year. I would be delighted if you were not this close anymore. I would be delighted if you could close the gap completely, okay?